Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Learning with Anila Qadri. Students, this video is about chapter number 4, Diverse Workforce of Principles of Management. The basic content of this chapter will be define workforce diversity and explain why managing it is so important. Second question of the chapter will be describe the changing workplaces in the United States and around the world. Third question of the chapter will be explain the different types of diversity found in the workplaces. Fourth question of the chapter will be discuss the challenges managers face in managing diversity. And the last question of the chapter will be describe various workplace diversity management initiatives. So let's start. What is workforce diversity? Workforce diversity, the ways in which people in an organization are different from and similar to one another. Timeline of the evolution of workforce diversity from 1960s to 1970s. Focus on complying with laws and regulations. Title 7 of Civil Rights Act, Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, affirmative action policies and programs. Early 1980s. Focus on assimilating minorities and women into corporate setting. Corporate programs developed to help improve self-confidence and qualifications of diverse individuals so they can fit in. Late 1980s. Concept of workforce diversity expanded from compliance to an issue of business survival. Publication of Workforce 2000 opened business leaders' eyes about the future composition of workforce that is more diverse. First use of term workforce diversity. Late 1980s to late 1990s. Focus on fostering sensitivity. Shift from compliance and focusing only on women and minorities to including everyone, making employees more aware and sensitive to the needs and differences of others. New millennium. Focus on diversity and inclusion for business success. Workforce diversity seen as core business issue, important to achieve business success, profitability and growth. Levels of diversity. There are basically two levels of diversity. Surface level diversity. Easily perceived differences that may trigger certain stereotypes but do not necessarily reflect the ways people think or feel. Deep level diversity. Differences in values, personality, and work preferences. Benefits of workforce diversity. People management, better use of employee talent, increased quality of team problem solving efforts, ability to attract and retain employees of diverse backgrounds, organizational performance, reduced cost associated with high turnover, absenteeism, and lawsuits, enhanced problem solving ability, improved system flexibility, strategic, increased understanding of the marketplace, which improves ability to better market to diverse consumers, potential to improve sales growth and increase market share, potential source of competitive advantage because of improved innovation efforts, viewed as moral and ethical, the right thing to do. Race and ethnicity. What is race? The biological heritage, including skin color and associated traits that people use to identify themselves. What is ethnicity? Social traits such as cultural background or allegiance that are shared by a human population. Here you can see changing population makeup of the United States. Foreign born in 2005 that was 12%, in 2006 that was 19%. Racial ethnic groups. White they were 67%, in 2006 they were 47%. Hispanic in 2005 Hispanic were 14%, in 2006 they were 29%. Black in 2005 they were 13%, in 2006 they were 13%. Asian in 2005 they were 5%, in 2006 they were 9%. Here you can see global aging. How much do you know? This is just in MCQs. You can have a look. Next one, global aging. These are the answer to your quiz question. All right, coming toward the next part of the chapter that is very important. Types of diversity. Age. Both Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Age Discrimination in Employment Act of 1967 prohibit age discrimination. Gender. Women 49.8% and men 50.2% now each make up almost half of the workforce. Stereotyping. Alright, this is about challenges, okay? Challenges in diversity. Stereotyping. Judging a person based on a prejudicial perception of a group to which that person belongs. What is discrimination? When someone acts out their prejudicial attitudes toward people who are the targets of their prejudice. Glass ceiling, the invisible barrier that separates women and minorities from top management positions. Alright, here you can see types of diversity found in workplaces. It is about age, gender, race and ethnicity, disability, abilities. That's all about religion, GLBT, and others. Alright, challenges in managing diversity. Bias, a tendency or preference toward a particular perspective or ideology. Prejudice, a preconceived belief, opinion, or judgment toward a person or a group of people. Types of diversity. Disability or abilities. The Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990 prohibits discrimination against persons with disabilities. Religion. Title 7 of the Civil Rights Act prohibits discrimination on the basis of religion. GLBT stand for what? Sexual orientation and gender identity. US federal law does not prohibit discrimination against employees on the basis of sexual orientation. Alright, employers' fears about disabled workers. Very important. Fear. Hiring people with disabilities leads to higher employment cost and lower profit margins. Reality. Absentee rates for sick time are virtually equal between employees with and without disabilities workers. Disabilities are not a factor in formulas calculating insurance cost for workers' compensation. Fear. Workers with disabilities lack job skills and experience necessary to perform as well as their abled counterparts. Reality. Commonplace technologies such as the internet and voice recognition software have eliminated many of the obstacles for workers with disabilities. Many individuals with disabilities have great problem solving skills, from finding creative ways to perform tasks that others may take for granted. Fear. Uncertainty over how to take potential disciplinary action with a worker with disabilities. Reality. A person with a disability for whom workplace accommodations have been provided has the same obligations and rights as far as job performance. Fear. High cost associated with accommodating disabled employees. Reality. Most workers with disabilities require no accommodation, but for those who do, more than half of the workplace modifications cost $500 or less. Forms of discrimination. Type of discrimination. Discriminatory policies or practices. Definition. Actions taken by representatives of the organization that deny equal opportunity to perform or unequal rewards for performance. Examples from organizations. Older workers may be targeted for layoffs because they are highly paid and high or have lucrative benefits. Sexual harassment. Unwanted sexual advances and other verbal or physical conduct of a sexual nature that create a hostile or offensive work environment. Examples from organizations. Salespeople at one company went on company paid visits to strip clubs, brought strippers into the office to celebrate promotions, and fostered persuasive sexual rumors. Intimidation. Overt threats or bullying directed at members of specific groups of employees. African American employees at some companies have found nooses hanging over their workstations. Mockery and insults. Jokes or negative stereotypes, sometimes the result of jokes taken too far. Arab Americans have been asked at work whether they were carrying bombs or were members of terrorist organizations. Exclusion. Exclusion of certain people from job opportunities, social events, discussions, or informal mentoring can occur unintentionally. Many women in finance claim they are assigned to marginal job roles or are given light workloads that don't lead to promotion. Incivility. Disrespectful treatment, including behaving in an aggressive manner, interrupting the person, or ignoring his or her opinion. Female lawyers note that male attorneys frequently cut them off and do not adequately address their comments. Alright, here you can see major equal employment opportunity laws. Year 1963. Law or Ruling Equal Pay Act. Description: prohibits pay differences for equal work based on gender. 1964 amended in 1972. Civil Rights Act Title 7. Description: prohibits discrimination based on race, color, religion, national origin, or gender. 1967 amended in 1978. Age Discrimination in Employment Act. Description: prohibits discrimination against employees 40 years and older. 1978 Pregnancy Discrimination Act prohibits discrimination against women in employment decisions on the basis of pregnancy, childbirth, and related medical decisions. 1978 Mandatory Retirement Act prohibits the forced retirement and most employees. 1990 Americans with Disability Act prohibits discrimination against individuals who have disabilities or chronic illness, also requires reasonable accommodations for these individuals. 1991 Civil Rights Act of 1991 reaffirms and tightens prohibition of discrimination and gives individuals right to sue for punitive damages. 1993 Family and Medical Leave Act gives employees in organizations with 50 or more employees up to 12 weeks of unpaid leave each year for family or medical reasons. 2009 Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act changes the statute of limitations on pay discrimination to 180 days from each paycheck. Alright, top management commitment to diversity. Mentoring, a process whereby an experienced organizational member, a mentor, provides advice and guidance to a less experienced member. Diversity skills training, specialized training to educate employees about the importance of diversity and to teach them skills for working in a diverse workplace. Commitment to diversity. Employee resource groups. Groups made up of employees connected by some common dimension of diversity. What a good mentor does: provides instruction, offers advice, gives constructive criticism, helps build appropriate skills, shares technical expertise, develops a high quality, close, and supportive relationship, keeps lines of communication open, knows when to let go, and let the protege prove what he or she can do. Alright, after reading this chapter, you guys should be able to know these terms. What is workforce diversity? What is surface level diversity? What is deep level diversity? What do you understand by race, ethnicity, bias, and prejudice? What What is stereotyping? What is discrimination? What do you understand by glass ceiling? Mentoring is what? Diversity skills training, and you should have a very good knowledge about employee resource groups. So, guys, this is all about today's lecture. I hope this video is quite helpful, quite interesting for you guys. For my next video, do not forget to subscribe my channel, Learning with Anila Qadri, and press the bell icon. Thank you.